Hi everyone, it's Kathy with the eLearning media team. Something just came up the other day, so I thought I would share this with you. A faculty member contacted me and said that students needed to do their screencasts, which I had done a tutorial and showed them how to do that. But then they needed to be able to grab that file and actually submit it as an assignment. So I did some research, and so I'm not sure if you all are aware of this or not, but I thought I would show you what I found out. So when you go into my media to do a capture space, and I've already downloaded it, so it'll pop up here in just a second. Here it is. Under settings, and it just automatically will turn on your webcam whether you're going to use it or not, but so don't freak out when you see that. Under settings, there's this local media file storage. I've already changed this, but by default on a Windows PC it actually goes into your app data and local and all this long line of stuff. What the students needed to know and be able to do was to create a folder, which you can do by browsing, and then you can choose the folder you want it to go in. You can create a new folder, and that's what I did. I created a new folder under my video, or under my videos. So I'll show you where that is real quick. So I just created a new folder called Kaltura. Obviously you can divide this up, create as many folders as you need to, change this whenever you want to. So if you read down here at the bottom, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but there's a checkbox and it says delete recordings on disk after upload. I think by default this isn't checked. Now for any students that need this MP4 to upload as an assignment, they do not want to delete these off their disk, and so they would leave that unchecked. It's a matter of personal preference whether you want it to delete them or not, depending on what you're doing. But for these students, they definitely want to just let them go to the hard drive. So once you change that, and also for these students, I told them to choose 1080p to make it the best recording they could, because their instructor needs to be able to read their screen. So after fixing all these things, then you just need to save it, and it will save your settings. So what happens then is after they record, it's actually saving a copy of that recording onto their hard drive. Now I'm not going to make a new recording today, but I am going to go into my folder, because I just made a recording yesterday just to make a tutorial video for these students. Now these folders with all the numbers on them, that is the recordings as they're made. And so if you've made a lot of recordings, you could have 50 or more of these. So that's confusing because you can't figure out what's what. So I taught them to go to details and look at the date and timestamp. So for example, the one that I wanted to use yesterday was made on May the 1st. It was around 1:25 p.m. So if you open that, you'll see, that it by default gives you 2 JPEGs and an MP4. I already renamed this. Obviously it was named this long numbered thing with numbers and letters, which is not helpful at all. For them, they needed to rename it just to make it easier for them to know what goes with what assignment. And so they would then, after they found where it is, then they can go into an assignment, and I already did this yesterday too. Okay, so we need to go into assignment then as a student, and I already submitted this yesterday, but we'll just do a resubmit. This is where they need to browse to the file and because they know that it's in the folder that they created, they can just go to videos and Kaltura, and I'm pretty sure it's the first one, but just to make sure, I'll go into details. Whoops. There we go. No, it was the second one. And here it is. And open. And submit assignment. So, what's the takeaway for you guys? Well, two things. If you're doing support and you have a faculty member that comes to you and says, hey, my students are making these screencasts and they need to upload videos and they don't know how to do it, and I don't want them to share it into the media gallery, etc., etc. This is when you tell them, well, here's how you save it to your hard drive. If you have faculty that are making a lot of videos, and you may want to tell them, it's like, if you don't want these saved to your hard drive, you can check here on this box, and then they'll be deleted when you upload them, or check to make sure that box is indeed checked. Or my hard drive's getting full, I don't know why, and then you tell them, well, it could be because you have all these things going into a folder that you know nothing about. I'm just looking here, I can't remember. Yeah, this was the default folder. So it's got quite a bit of stuff in it. Maybe not as much as I expected, but it has stuff in it. So they may need to clean that out. So that is what I wanted to let you guys know, that you can change that default folder and make it somewhere that's convenient for you, that you know where it is saving things. And oops, I just ran over my cord. Anyway, that's what I wanted you to know. So it's either check or uncheck and change this storage area, and that's it.